Hey guys, Brian and Aaron here from 5 to Go. We are back with a Q&A, like Ask Me Anything style episode for you today.
Right.
And so we're just gonna kind of jump right in with the first question. We've been getting a lot of questions from our last couple videos. As you all know, we are shopping for a motorhome because we are going full-time again later this year.
Right.
So really the first question we've been seeing a lot, kind of because of the pace of our videos and because we've been looking at things that are way out of our price range, is what are you looking for? And are you still looking? Like, basically, what's going on?
Right, yes. Good question.
Very good questions. So we kind of fell into a hole of looking at expensive rigs, because that's really all that's here.
Yeah.
And we wanted to get ourselves in RVs, first of all, because we love going in RVs.
Yeah, but you guys know, you want to touch them and feel how they move and see what the quality is like inside, because pictures don't always tell you if that cabinet door slams nicely or not.
Well, and yes, looking at brand new ones and more expensive rigs is not going to help with that too much.
No.
But it does help a lot with getting a better sense of what motorhomes are like, because we are very used to travel trailers. We spent a lot of time in fifth wheels, like with friends and in shows and stuff. But motorhomes are still, by and large, pretty much new to us. So we've been trying to go in as many as we can, and we're very limited by being in this area because there just aren't very many because there just aren't very many motorhomes. You can see we're in a beautiful place today. This is Palmer Park. We are basically smack dab in the middle of Colorado Springs, looking north that way. Denver's up that way, about an hour. And in this area of the country, we are having really, really bad luck finding rigs that are kind of within our parameters of what we're looking for.
Right.
So what are those parameters? That's the actual answer to this question. Basically, we're looking for used.
Yes.
There's no reason to buy a new RV. We bought a brand new travel trailer because we knew we were going to be full-timing in it, traveling a lot. And travel trailers brand new aren't that much more expensive than used ones, especially for quality ones.
Right.
And Grand Design travel trailers are very good quality. However, motorhomes, totally different ball of wax. It's more like cars. Brand new car, 30 grand. Used car, like 1 year later, 22, 20, 24, somewhere in there. So you're losing a lot of money if you're buying new.
Yeah.
So we don't want to do that with a motorhome.
No.
First of all, because brand new motorhomes are way more expensive than used.
Really pricey.
And there's also the working out the kinks from the factory.
Right, and a lot of you have told us that you've had to do a lot of work on your rig that first year, and so brand spanking new. And so we kind of are thinking, and there's a lot of research out there that this is a good idea, that you wait a couple of years, that you get all that warranty work done, and the person that owned it first has kind of fixed things.
Hopefully,
Hopefully fixed them well.
Yeah.
So we can kind of get around that. And
so you're kind of letting someone else take that initial hit. Not only a hit in the value of the rig, but also dealing with all the little nitpicky fiddly things. We hear all these terrible stories about people buying brand new rigs, and they basically end up at the dealership for 9 months out of the first year.
And we can't do that if we're going to be full-time in it.
No, full-time, we when we pick it up, we're moving
move
into it, and that's our house. So we can't afford to not be able to be in our house.
Right. We can't live in a hotel for 3 months. We can't, that's not going to be what we want to do.
So parameter 1 is used. 2 is relatively new. 2014 and newer, 2015. That's kind of the range we're looking at here, primarily because ones older than that don't really have the bunk over the front seats. That's a pretty new thing. Like, I've seen some early 2000s that have it, but by and large, they just don't.
They don't.
So it's a very, very common thing in newer used rigs. So we're kind of looking in that mid-teens to, newer. And then another thing is length. We are definitely looking at well over 30 feet. I think every time I look at RV Trader, I set it for a minimum of 34 or 35. That's a good length. When you get in there, you have like a bath and a half, and there's a lot of things that you start getting. There's a big jump, I've noticed, with Class A's, kind of in that upper 20-foot area, and then there's kind of this empty area of like the low 30s, and then you all of a sudden have a bunch of rigs that are 34, 35, 36, 37 feet.
Right.
So we're looking up in that range there. What other
We're
criteria?
looking for a gas.
Yeah.
One because of price, and one just maintenance on it.
Yeah.
And
we don't need the diesel.
No.
We're not planning on driving around a lot, and we are not planning on driving it around in this kind of terrain. We're not too worried about being in mountainous areas, driving up and down hills, and being
all the time.
Right? You know, if we have to tackle a hill, we'll suck down some gas. It's fine.
Low and slow.
So really a diesel is wasted on us both in price and also in capability, because we're not going to be towing anything big and heavy. Nope. All the Class A's I've looked at, all the gas ones, are more than capable of towing my little car.
Right.
So we're not.
Just a reminder, the kids and I will always be in the van, so we're not worried about the safety features like we were in that previous video that we talked about. Yeah, so that's
and then other criteria really is just comfortable space. No stupid TVs.
No stupid TVs.
We really like opposing slides.
Yes, where both the passenger and the driver's side open up, so it gives you that huge floor space that's not taken up by counters.
Unfortunately, that's not very common.
Not in the newer ones, not in the older ones.
Yeah, and then we also really like the kitchen on the driver's side.
Yes.
Because then you have your living on the campsite side with the bigger windows, and you know, when it's nice weather and you're outside, or the kids are outside and you're inside making dinner or whatever, you can see on your campsite instead of having all your big open windows looking out over your sewer connection and onto your neighbor's campsite.
Yeah.
So those are kind of the quick criteria of things we're looking for in a Class A motorhome.
Right.
So we're going to continue walking around this beautiful space, and we will be back with another question in just a minute.
So our next question that we get quite often is, why aren't we getting a fifth wheel?
Yeah.
They have a lot more space. They usually are pretty great for families, especially one that's kind of bigger but not super big like ours, since we only have the 3 kids. But to get a 5er fifth wheel, we'd have to then get a truck that could tow what we were looking for.
Yeah.
And
because the ones we're looking for
are heavy,
like a mid bunk or a full bunkhouse, and those would easily be in the high teens gross, which means dually.
Which means we'd have to get a big truck.
That's a lot of truck, and I don't know if y'all have shopped for trucks before. They are expensive.
We really like the 2 vehicles we have right now. We like having a minivan. We like having the small get around town kind of car.
And we're going to be in places for 3 or 4 months at a time in campgrounds.
Yeah, in campgrounds.
We're going to be spending much more time in campgrounds. We're not going to be moving every 2.5 days on average like we did last time.
It was a little quick.
Yeah, so because we're going to be much more static, it just seems kind of silly to have a huge truck for just small little moves in between from campground to campground.
Yeah.
Because in our daily just, living life, visiting places, doing whatever, driving around a huge dually is not high on my list of things I want to do.
Right.
So.
Yeah. So, as much as we would love to have that much space that a fifth wheel offers, and those high ceilings, and sometimes you get a ceiling fan and all kinds of things, it's just not kind of what we're looking to do right now.
Yeah.
And so we would like to have the nice luxury and the spaces and stuff that the Class A motorhomes are offering. So we really think that it'll be kind of a new adventure for us, not having to tow something, and still give us that flexibility when we are places to have vehicles that work everywhere and can go to Walmart pretty easily. So those of you with trucks that also have 3 kids and a dog in the back, there's not a lot of place to put your groceries and you have a truck. So that's another thing that we do pretty big hauls at the grocery store. So
and if we ever get back into travel mode,
where we're going,
like traveling a lot, traveling very frequently, we will almost definitely go back to truck and fifth wheel.
Yep.
But that's not what
we're doing in the next year or so.
It's just, that's kind of the short answer.
Yeah.
I know
it's not what we're looking for.
We're still going to get comments about
They are a great option.
We love
fifth wheels. We have a couple of ones already picked out that we want to find when we go traveling again.
Yeah.
But for now, we really just think that motorhome is going to be...
It's going to fit the bill.
The best thing for us.
And in a couple months, when you see our plans starting to come together, you'll understand much better why a motorhome fits what we're planning on doing.
Yes, you gotta stay tuned for that.
Yeah. All right, so...
Next location.
Can
they see Cheyenne Mountain behind us?
I don't know.
So this is Cheyenne Mountain.
Yep, right there.
That's where, what is it, NORAD is?
Yeah, NORAD's buried in there somewhere.
At the bottom of the mountain.
Yep.
It's kind of cool.
It's neat. Okay, next question. This one comes from one of our viewers, April Dawn. Thank you for the question.
Yes.
Are the girls still going to be sharing sleeping space?
They want to.
They want to, yeah.
Tara will be 11 next month, and Brooke won't be 6 until August, but I guess they're still young enough, and Tara's not really a preteen yet. Like, she's still a little girl, and she still has little girl interests, so I don't think that she, right now, has moved away from wanting to still be near her younger sister. So, right now...
And there's enough of an age gap, too.
Yeah.
Where they don't act like... They don't, like, fight all the time. There's no...
No, they're 5.5 years apart. So there's still a lot of... Tara does a lot of kind of helping Brooke and kind of helping take care of her by choice. By choice, but we're not making her doing it. But I think that she likes kind of being her protector in the dark, and I think Brooke likes having her big sister with her because they read books to each other at night, and it's just they have a really nice relationship. So for right now, I know that it's all going to change soon, but for right now, they don't mind being together and sharing a space.
So what that translates to in floor plan terms is the RV that we're looking for is going to have one of those cab bunks. Yeah. Cab over bunk over cab, whatever.
That bed that's over top of the
Euro
front.
loft, some people call it. So it's going to have that. The girls will share that.
Yeah, and those are usually queen size, which is
they're
plenty
huge.
big for, a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Yeah, and then Ben will either sleep on converted dinette, with them every once in a while. Like, they all fall asleep together watching movies every once in a while. So we're kind of loose with,
Ben is still really flexible with the sleeping.
Yeah, Ben sleeps everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of the plan for that. So now let's find a less windy place.
Okay, let's go.
Next question, while we drive to our next destination. First of all, it's date night. We don't have the kids. Yay. So next question that Erin is going to field while I drive is, are we going to do more tips and tricks and cooking videos and stuff once we are back in the RV?
No, I think we're done with that. I'm just kidding. I think we're going to do a lot of those because a lot of you have asked about them. Yeah. And we're definitely going to be doing videos when we're moving in, so you can see how and why we're making decisions about taking this or not taking that. We also have 20 months of experience of knowing what we use in an RV and what we need to be healthy and happy. And so we'll go through how we're getting rid of clothes, how we're deciding what types of clothes to keep, and all of the kitchen utensils, because we were bare bones kind of ish in the travel trailer. We had just what we needed. We found once we were in the house, we had to get a few more things because house living, you just always have to have more things.
Yeah, which I hate.
I know.
I hate that we've fallen into that mindset.
Not as badly, because when we lived in the house before, I was at Target, I was at Bed Bath & Beyond, I was always buying things for this season and that season to decorate the house, and we're not doing any of that.
I've had to rein you in a little bit, but been pretty good.
It is not like it was.
I'm actually looking forward to... I'm really looking forward to making a lot more RV videos again, obviously.
Yes.
But I'm also looking forward to making a video about all of the essentials.
Yes.
Because
exactly what we need.
When we sold our trailer, we sold everything with it. All the water hoses, all the sewer hoses. I sold everything except for my air compressor.
Just
my Vi-Air air compressor.
We still use that.
We still use it, and also it's really expensive.
Yeah.
And it also is powerful enough to easily do motorhome tires. So
we'll use that again.
Yeah, definitely.
But we're gonna have to get
everything. So
yes.
Gonna go through all the hoses, all of the sewer stuff, all the sewer connections, all of that stuff.
Yep.
And that's going to be a really, really useful video because we get a lot of questions about all of that because of some of our past videos.
Right, and so you get to
definitely coming.
See it from start.
Yep.
From nothing,
zero.
from nothing to
we have
all
nothing
of it.
when we get this RV. We have no hoses, no electrical cables. Well, hopefully it comes with the main electrical cable, but no adapters, none of that. So
we'll take you guys along for that one. Well, we will also be doing some of the cooking videos because I know Tara has gotten a lot more proficient with cooking, so she might be helping us out with that.
Yep.
And we'll of course have our Instant Pot that we still use all the time, and we'll kind of go through with you why we're choosing some things for the kitchen and some things that we found we never used in the kitchen.
Yep.
So
we were in that rig for almost 2 years, and when we moved out of it, there were things that we had not touched in the 2 years we were in there. So it is not going back in another RV.
Nope.
So we'll cover all of that stuff.
Yeah. So stay tuned for that because we'll be moving into an RV in a few months.
Yep. All right, guys, we are back at home. We went and had dinner without the children, which is always lovely. Then we got home. Aaron's getting the kids to bed, so I'm just going to go ahead and wrap this up with y'all. Those were a couple of the main questions we've been getting recently, kind of since our 2020 New Year's video announcing that we're going to be getting a motorhome and going full-time again starting this summer. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments down below. We will try and answer them either down in the comments or we'll make another video like this if we get enough questions. So we have something very special coming up. We are coming up on 30,000 subscribers, which is amazing, and thank you all so much for your support. We have a fun video coming up. I don't know if it's going to be the next one, but it's going to be very soon, and it's going to be very fun. So make sure that you are subscribed, and you keep an eye on our channel so you can see that when it comes out, and we will see you guys in the next video. Bye.